Hi guys, good morning. This is Nancy with Love Guru, your guide to better relationships. And this is the beginning of the week, okay? And this week is going to be dedicated to fathers. This week is going to be Father's Day. And I want to take my time out to, give my respect to the fathers that are there, and not biological fathers only, but just fathers that pretty much are there for any child, and are in that role as, a father. So I want to give my respect out to all those dads that, has been the forefront of those relationships, and those, times when, the mom or, the kids may need a man figure to look up to. I want to thank you guys for that. Um, Today, I'm going to talk briefly about things that men should have. And these are just going to be lessons that dads should be teaching their sons or daughters. If they're in that role, then these are some of the things that you should look for and really start with when you're actually being a dad. Okay? First of all, is teaching emotional intelligence early. It's something like a touchy subject, and a lot of people, I mean, I'm from Jamaica. um, we don't thrive on what I grew up on, so maybe not now. So you guys in Jamaica, don't come for me, okay? Maybe not now. But when I grew up, it was pretty much, nobody really talks about, oh, we're going to give back some emotional growth to the kids or whatever. This is something that is not really dealt with. And you have to take the time out and start teaching either, your son or your daughter. You're in that figure, that you're in that position as being a dad, to any kids. You have to start teaching them about emotionals, emotion that they will have, the emotion that is going to come out when they reach the age of, say 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, this crazy teenager age of them going into trying to find who they are. And that, for me, has been a battle. And I'm still learning today how to deal with my son, because I'm a single mom. I am dad and mom, and it's doesn't matter what. I feel like when you have single moms out there, we are going to be the greatest things. We hold down the fort and we do an awesome job. However, and ladies, don't come for me. However, I figure that it doesn't matter. It really would be the perfect scenario to have a man, given my son, those manly values that I think he should have. I have taught him, but it comes a little bit different when it comes from a man. So, I will say that, if you don't have a son, but you're in that role, you have to start with emotional intelligence. You have to start showing them, this is how you deal with your emotions. When you're feeling this is what you do. When you're feeling this today, then this is how you do that. And teach them little ways of calming down their emotions, because sometimes it goes wild, and have them do things that they regret at a later date. And being, kids or adolescent, growing up, it can be really, really challenging for them. Put yourself back when you were their age, how you think you knew everything, and nobody can tell you otherwise. So at the end of the day, I will say you start with that. Number 2, I will say teach them how to respect people on a whole. Okay? For the sons, very, very important. Teach them how to respect a woman, their boundaries, things that they're supposed to do, not do. It's, how should I say? It's just a common courtesy to society. You got to respect each other. You have your daughter, you're going to show her how you need to respect you know, your peers. You need to respect adults on a whole. Adults coming into the home, at school, anywhere they go, you have to respect them. My dad used to tell me that, hey, respect go a long way, go a far way. When you give people respect, you will get back respect, and that's very, very important. So you can go there and live in your life and think that, oh, everybody around is gonna come and disrespect you because you feel like you need to be respected. No, you have to give respect. And as that relationship with your kids, just the same, dad, you have to make sure you let them know from early that if you want to live your life on a certain level and you want a certain amount of respect from people or society, you have to first respect yourself, give that respect to people, and then you can now demand it back, because you can't demand something that you're not given. Gotta first, again, respect yourself, respect the people, and then you can say, okay, I request back that respect from everybody else that I deal with, because that's what I give them. That's my core values. That's what I live by. Thirdly, it's going to be how to handle failure with grace, right? You need to know how to handle failure with grace. um, I think growing up with my dad, um, sorry, growing up with my dad, I think that he taught it to me in a different way, because he will turn to me and he will say we just know that when something is supposed to be done, it needs to be done. So, growing up in business with my dad, um, we just, when something needs to be done, you just get it done. And, you know, if you fail, it's as if it wasn't taught to us. However, as soon as we fail, it's like we bounce it off. It's like we look at the failure and say, oh, if we didn't, oh, dad say we need to get these stuff done today. We need to cook today. Give you an example. Something wrong, something burned. Okay, all right, burn. Okay, let's start over. Okay, all right. We need to make sure that, because my father used to do a lot of planting. We used to do this, and he used to give us bags of stuff to put in seeds and all that stuff, and something wrong. But if something needs to be done, and dad say, hey, for the business, this needs to be done, and we need to make sure that we do this for the business, and make sure that employees this and employees that. As soon as something went wrong, we would just put it to the side, put it to the left, put it to the right. It doesn't matter. We just put it to the side and we say, okay, this was wrong. Okay, move on. Let's get to the next thing. So me growing up, it's like I don't know what to tell you. It's been a rocky road, but that was taught to me from early from my dad. And dad's out there, please give it back. So I'm just going to recap everything that I've gone through so far, which is very important in you raising any child. Okay, teaching emotional intelligence very early, letting them know how to deal with their emotions. Number 2, respecting females, males, respecting everybody as a whole, respecting people on a whole is going to carry them a far way in life. Their life is going to be so much better when they respect people. Number 3, how to handle failure with grace. So very, very important. Teach them how to handle failure, teach them how to fail. And, the more they fail, the more it's going to be better for them to overcome it. So again, guys, happy Father's Day to you. And I beg of you, look at these 3 things. Start doing it if you haven't been doing it before. And if you have any questions, any concerns, please hit me up. Follow me on social media. Peace. I'm out.